Dr. Tabitha Espina was 7 years old when she released a record album here entitled Tabitha Espina Island Girl. As it turns out, the resulting response would leave a profound impression on her that resonates to this day.
The primary criticism was that I couldn't be an island girl because I was Filipino. And being 7, I didn't quite understand what that meant, why claiming that particular identity was problematic. And so through my adolescence and into my adulthood, I constantly grappled with this question.
In fact, the question helped inform what would be both her master's thesis and doctoral dissertation, Identity Politics and Formation as a Filipina from Guahan. She describes the theoretic framework she devised for talking with older generations about the Filipina identity in Guam and how to make what can be a complex and sensitive issue more relatable.
I wanted to take this concept of talking about food, something that's so profound to our Filipino culture, to talking about something that we are all passionate about, but in terms that come from our community and that can resonate with those whom I'm having these conversations with.
Specifically, she recalls a conversation with her grandmother in which she used three popular Filipino desserts, ube, sapin-sapin, and halo-halo, to frame the three generations between them.
And she said, "Oh, I'm Ube generation because I'm the roots." And I said, "Yes." And she goes, "And you're Halo Halo generation because you're all mixed up." And I said, "Yes." These are the kinds of conversations that I wanted to have.
The topic of her doctoral dissertation was Unsettling the Rhetoric of the Politics of Filipinos on Guahan, in which she examined the shared experiences of the Philippines and Guam with regard to colonial legacies and the resulting social movements.
How can we approach the issues that we care about within the framework of inafamalik, one that's predicated on respect? And so what I really want is to look at the ways that Filipinos can approach political issues in a posture of humility, and how we can do so with language that is respectful and that resonates with not just our community but others who have experienced histories of colonization.
But as a third generation Filipino Guamanian born and raised in Guam, Tabitha says it's not a question of whether she and many others like her would be disenfranchised by a native inhabitant only plebiscite. It's a question of respecting the Chamorro right to self determination.
My involvement with Filipinos for Guahan is saying that I'm not advocating for a particular political status, but what I would really like is the opportunity for the Chamorro people to be able to determine for themselves, whichever one that is.
For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.